Now in NBC Palm Springs at 11 o'clock, court proceedings begin for a suspect in a deadly 2021 Indio shooting case. We have the details ahead. Also tonight, the Riverside County Sheriff's Office is investigating allegations of voter fraud tied to the Prop 50 vote. What's behind the controversy? That's ahead.
I'm Pablo Alcina. Temperatures have gone down, but soon we'll be back into the 90s. I'll let you know when. NBC Palm Springs at 11 begins now.
Now, connecting the valley, this is NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to have you on this Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mark Mester. A convicted felon accused of gunning down an Indio man more than 4 years ago pleaded not guilty today to first-degree murder and other charges. It's tonight's top story. 28-year-old Pedro Angel Gonzalez was arrested last month following a years-long investigation into the 2021 shooting death of 27-year-old Joseph Espinosa Mendez. Authorities say that Mendez was shot while standing in his garage in December of 2021. Gonzalez allegedly fired multiple rounds and then fled. His next court date is set for March 16th over at the Larson Justice Center in Indio. He's being held tonight on $1.1 million bail at the Bird Detention Center in Murrieta. The Coachella Valley Unified School District voted tonight to cut several positions as part of a budget stabilization effort. This comes as the Coachella Valley Unified School District moves forward with a $25.4 million budget cut spanning over the next 3 years. That includes $9.4 million for 2026 to 2027, $8 million for 2027 to 2028, and $8 million the year after that. The board had previously approved the plan on February 12th. Superintendent Francis Esparza warned prior to the meeting that 29 to 30 staff members could be affected. The district says this is a necessary step to address the ongoing budget shortfall. There are allegations of voter fraud in Riverside County tonight. It follows last year's Prop 50 vote. However, county officials say the claims are based on misinterpreted data. Here's Alondra Campos.
Questions about election numbers are once again surfacing in Riverside County, this time from a group of residents who say they found a major problem with how ballots were counted during the special election in November of 2025, where Proposition 50 took the spotlight. These claims prompted the Riverside County Sheriff's Department to conduct an investigation into the county's election process. The claims were presented by the Riverside Election Integrity Team, a group that alleges data from a statewide special election on November 2025 shows that more than 611,000 ballots were cast, but more than 657,000 were counted. The claims were presented during a Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting on February 10th.
We look at the machine count, and the machine count is 45,896 more than we can account for that are documented. And so all we're asking Art is, where's the paperwork?
But county officials say the numbers used by the group are incorrect.
The difference where I believe stands is when the ballots are being accounted for in the daily intake logs. Those are USPS ballots. I believe that that number is not the correct number that should have been listed on those logs. There may be differences. Why? Because as I pointed out, there's a lot of hands in the pot. In other words, there's a lot of staff working, and it's very possible that those numbers were just not recorded as they should have.
The Riverside County Registrar of Voters says the actual difference between ballots cast and ballots counted was just 103. And to find that variance, which falls under the industry standard of 2%, they compared the number of verified ballots with the number counted before results are finalized. During that same meeting, Art Tinoco with the Registrar of Voters claimed the group's data only took in the handwritten intake of records, which are estimates completed by election officers and not meant to reflect the final number of ballots. In a statement, Executive Director of Riverside County, Jeff Van Wagenen, said, open quote, "The Board of Supervisors and the Registrar of Voters office are committed to safeguarding free and fair elections in Riverside County. The Registrar of Voters continues to assist law enforcement's efforts to preserve election integrity. This is not the first time, however, that the county's election process has been placed under a microscope. A civil grand jury report on the 2020 election found no evidence of fraud in Riverside County and determined that votes were counted accurately." For NBC Palm Springs, Alondra Campos.
Our thanks to Alondra for that. Tonight, we're tracking developments out of Oasis Elementary School in Thermal, where parents received a statement about the school relocating some students from classrooms following a deep cleaning. According to the notice, the cleaning took place on Wednesday after school hours. And Coachella Valley School District officials say that the products used are suitable for the classrooms and school settings. The district says students from those classrooms were temporarily relocated to other classrooms out of caution. That action led to some concern from parents, but district officials say that the fire department did visit the school today and confirmed the buildings are safe. Parents tell us they witnessed several pro vehicles outside of the school when they picked up their children today from the school, and some raised concerns about the district's process.
We asked what was happening. Everyone seemed confused. They had us wait until someone from the district showed up. Only according to them, everything was non-toxic, but we heard reports that other children were complaining of health concerns and staff as well. So I would like for the school, for the district to take accountability and to be transparent with us, to let us know what's happening and what the plan is going to be moving forward.
This cleaning at Oasis Elementary comes after the Coachella Valley Unified School District reported toxic mold findings at two other schools, John Kelly Elementary and also Desert Mirage High School. Let's take a break from the headlines, get a check on tonight's forecast. We have live pictures right now from our Agua Caliente casino camera. We're going to send things over to our Pablo Alcina. Pablo, it was windy today, but thankfully things have settled down.
It was windy. We had a wind advisory all the way up until 6 in the afternoon. They have calmed down some. They will pick up in certain areas. Currently it's 61 degrees, very low humidity, just gorgeous day outside. We didn't even reach 80 degrees anywhere. Right now, 61 in Palm Springs, 63 in Thousand Palms, so nice cool night to go outside. As far as the winds, Palm Springs now with just 12 mile per hour. Earlier today, they had 35 mile per hour winds. And I mentioned they're going to pick up in Whitewater on Saturday, winds between 30 and 39 miles an hour. And on Sunday, as much as 40 miles an hour. South of the I-10, also between 20 and 29 miles an hour. North of the I-10, pretty windy the next several days. On our 3-day comfort air forecast, gorgeous Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy Saturday. But on Sunday, right back up to those high 80s, low 90s. I'll be back for the 7-day.
All right, our thanks to Pablo for that. We have more local news this evening. Festival season is back with the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival being only about a month away. However, the Polo Grounds are already seeing a crowd today as Golden Voice hosted a job fair on site. Our Brett Rosen was there and has more.
Today at the Indio Polo Grounds, hundreds of Coachella Valley locals came out for a job fair to try and work during the Coachella Valley Music and Art Festival and Stagecoach. This year's fair being nearly 5 times as successful, with over 600 plus applicants compared to last year's 150. Indio officials saying these numbers show more than anything how important the festivals are to the local economy.
They have about 10,000 people, workers on the site at every one moment, any given time. So they do have a lot of jobs that they need to fill, and having this job fair here tells me that they're local people coming.
And with the increase in applicants, a fair that was supposed to go until 2 p.m. had to stop doing in-person interviews by noon. Instead, the outside had its own line forming with those still wanting to apply and throw their resume in the ring.
It's like a job that I need to get more for my income.
But for others like Mario Perez, who's a high schooler, he says he was grateful that he got inside to do an in-person interview because he got the job and now he has the opportunity to help raise funds for his family.
I only work like when I get contracted working with palm trees. I want to help my mom because, you know, she's a single mother of 4. So, you know, I have to like contribute in the house.
But for most who left the application, they say the money that comes with the job is great, but the experience of working at the festival is even better.
I do want to make some money and apply that to a different trip in May, but it's also just the experience. I had a great time working it back in 2017. You know, you get to see a lot of behind the scenes and just operations.
I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
More headlines to come here on this Thursday evening. Mortgage rates are rising, but why there may be a silver lining for buyers here in the Coachella Valley. A full report, that's ahead. Also, Manny the Movie Guy is back. His predictions for the Oscars, which is about a week away, that's coming up in tonight's entertainment report. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11 o'clock. We're so happy that you're staying up late with us. We also have more from the BNP Indian Wells. We'll be right back.
committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
The California State University San Bernardino Palm Desert campus held a career showcase today, helping students network with local employers. The event ran from 10 to 1 this afternoon. It was inside the campus's Health Sciences building. It's the one on Cook Street. Students explored local career and internship opportunities, meeting recruiters from healthcare, nonprofits, government, and school districts. Organizers say the event has become a signature university program, helping expand partnerships and support the local economy. Turning to consumer news this evening, buying a home is often the biggest financial investment you will ever make. But many first-time home buyers are now facing prices they simply cannot afford, though there could be some relief on the way. Kai Beach explains.
High in the Kauai Hills, local real estate agents Amy Arbin and Payal Patel with Coldwell Banker are showing a listing that's been on the market much longer than expected.
Change at the times. We're in a buyer's market now.
Okay. Pushing the seller to adjust prices and expectations.
We're seeing a buyer's market, and the reason we're seeing a buyer's market is because there's currently 6 months worth of inventory.
Experts say this trend is happening nationwide.
What we are seeing now is a market that is gradually stabilizing. Inventory is improving.
Nadia Evangelou is an economist with the National Association of Realtors. She says inventory is up from a year ago, and the median age of home buyers has hit a record of 40 years old. In California, the median home sold price this January topped $823,000. That requires an annual income of $190,000 to qualify. Here in Riverside County, the median price is around $612,000, which equates to roughly a $3,500 monthly mortgage payment. But even with the slowdown, a shortage of affordable homes means prices are still rising, just at a slower pace.
The starter home segment is very compressed right now, so that's what describes the current condition for first-time buyers.
Back in our desert,
does it have the city utilities?
Amy and Pyle are working through this tough market.
You've got water and you've got septic.
Helping buyers and sellers find the right fit to call home.
This place is absolutely beautiful. It's always growing. It's never stopped growing. So it's going to be amazing for you guys to live here.
I'm Kai Beach with NBC Palm Springs.
Our thanks to Kai for that. Live images from our Agua Caliente casino camera high above right there in downtown Palm Springs. We're going to send it over to Pablo Alsina. Pablo, a lot of folks who saw tennis today at the BNP Paribas Open, they were dealt with some windy conditions. Going to be like that tomorrow?
It's not going to be as windy as today, a little less, but it's still going to be nice, as cool, just as cool as it was today, but it will heat up on Sunday. I'll give you all the details coming up. Happy Thursday, gorgeous Walter Clark Cam live shot. You notice the palm trees not moving that much. Earlier today around 5 o'clock, 35-mile-per-hour winds, and they were shaking. I also love that camera shot because I feel like a giant on the street. For tomorrow, gorgeous temperatures between 75 and 79 degrees. Mild and dry with those gusty winds, not as strong as today, but they'll still be there. How about the heat? Again, we were still hotter than normal, just barely 1 degree hotter than normal. So every single day in March so far has been above what we should be at, but I'll take being just 1 degree hotter. Were we the hottest in the Southwest? No, we were not. Palm Springs 78. Look at Yuma at 80. Phoenix is 80. So we were not the hottest in the Southwest. High temperatures, no 80s anywhere around. So of course you get the no 80 dance. 78 in Palm Desert, 78 in Palm Springs, the hottest in the area. Low temperatures for tonight, 56 in Palm Springs. So go outside. The moon looks almost full, but not quite. It's around 90% illuminated. It still looks gorgeous. And for tomorrow morning, 56 degrees by 6 a.m. And by noon, it won't be that hot, 73 degrees. So feel a little bit hotter with the sun hitting you, but it's still going to be gorgeous. However, there is this system coming in. So you'll see in our 7-day comfort forecast on Sunday, we're going to heat up to a high of 89. And then fast forward to next Thursday, again into the mid 90s. So enjoy these high 70s for the next 2 days and go out and watch some tennis. And if you don't do that, go outside, get some exercise, and always do it with a smile. I'm Pablo Alsina. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
A 4-1 win tonight for the Lady Arabs here in Coachella in the regional semifinals of the CIF State Playoffs in girls soccer. A game where the Lady Arabs fell down 1-0 early in the first half. It was a little bit of a fluke goal through the arms of the keeper, one I'm sure she would like back. Whatever the message was, and we'll hear from head coach Francisco Morales coming up here in just a moment. That message they executed in the second half. They came out faster, they came out stronger, and there was no let up off the gas. There were goals from Jaylin Hernandez, of course. She had a goal and an assist tonight. Goals from Milagros Gamboa. We also saw a goal from Daniela Pineda. And then, of course, Monica Ontiveros, who got the goal scoring started for the Lady Arabs after the rebound off the foot of Jaylin Hernandez, that sophomore standout we talked about with now 29 goals on the season. We had a chance to catch up with her after the game.
It was honestly very emotional. I couldn't breathe within the first few minutes, and I got out. I needed a rest, and it was honestly, it was a scary moment for 1-0, knowing that that's not how our team plays, knowing that's nothing compared to what we can actually do. And then just coming back the second the second half, talking about it in the locker rooms. It's just, we're not losing this game.
Head coach Francisco Morales, proud of his team, but you know what? As much as the winning is happening on the field, he's proud of his community too.
You know, it means a lot because obviously, like I said, most of this run is a testament to the community, the parents, the sacrifice that they do for those kids. And for me, it's just like a joy to see a community that loves soccer so much, getting that opportunity to shine on a stage like that. And so we have so many great community coaches out there that work with the kids year round. And, you know, I'm just a coach and a teacher that tries to encourage the kids to do the best at school and on the field and when I have them for season, but ultimately it's about them. And so I love this for our community.
Well, the stage is now set. No team has gone this far in girls soccer in the Coachella Valley. Desert Mirage High School won back in 2007 their CIF Southern Section Championship. But the Lady Arabs now move on to the regional final on Saturday. They'll take on a tough San Jacinto team who won on the other side of the bracket. We'll, of course, have all the coverage right here all weekend long on NBC Palm Springs. Live in Coachella, where the Lady Arabs victorious in the regional semi, and they'll play for the state final. I'm Tim O'Brien.
Congratulations to them. All right, first round play over at the BNP Paribas Open is wrapped up at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. We have the latest tonight from our friends over at the Tennis Channel. Have a look.
Day 2 at the BNP Paribas Open. Legend Venus Williams continues to wow the fans wherever she plays, but the 7-time major champion was knocked out by Diane Parry, who closed out the victory in style 6-1 in the third set. The French woman firing 10 aces in the hard-fought win that took 2 hours and 18 minutes on Stadium 1. Up next for her, former Aussie Open champ, Madison Keys.
Honestly, it was an honor to be able to play against one of the biggest legends of our sports, and yeah, I was really grateful to be able to play this match on this amazing court, so I'm also happy about the victory, but I mean, it's everything.
Katerina Siniakova fought back from a set down to get past the 2020 champion in Melbourne, Sofia Kenin, wrapping up the win 6-1 in the decider. The defeat handed Kenin her 7th consecutive loss on the WTA Tour, while Siniakova moves on to face Canada's Leylah Fernandez in round 2. And on the men's side, Sebastian Korda eased into the second round with a comprehensive win over Francisco Comisana. The American recently lifted the trophy at Delray Beach and looks to be playing some of the best tennis of his career. Alex de Minaur awaits in the second round. And don't forget, you can watch all the action live daily and head on over to tennischannel.com to download the app.
And that reminder, we are teaming up with the Tennis Channel for this entire tournament. They're going to bring you highlights throughout the competition, which you can watch right here on our evening newscasts. And if you'd like to watch their full coverage over on the Tennis Channel, we've put a channel guide right there on your screen.
It's about to heat up.
Watch the BNP Paribas Open. All courts, all matches, live and full replays. Live now through March 15th on Tennis Channel and the Tennis Channel app.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The Oscars about 1 week from Sunday. Who's going to win in the top categories? Manny the Movie Guy sharing his predictions tonight. Have a look.
Welcome to the 37th Annual Palm Springs International Film Awards.
Before the stars walk the red carpet at this year's Oscars, let me remind you that they first straddled at the Palm Springs International Film Festival at the beginning of the year. Like Jessie Buckley, my choice to win the Best Actress Award for her powerful, emotional, and nuanced performance as Agnes Shakespeare in Hamlet.
We love love. And mostly love, I would say. Yeah.
For Best Actor, my heart chooses Ethan Hawke for his transformative portrayal of lyricist Lawrence Hart in Blue Moon. Such vulnerability and wit. But this year, it will be a tight race between Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme and
Thank you.
Michael B. Jordan for his dual roles in Sinners. Chalamet was the perceived winner at the beginning of the Oscar race, but Jordan's surprise win at the ACTOR Awards gives him a late surge push for the front-runner status. So, Michael B. Jordan will collect the Best Actor gold for his roles as twins, Smoke and Stack, showing range and acting complexity.
Oh, thank you.
For Best Supporting Actress, hands down, my heart and mind choose Amy Madigan as the wicked Aunt Gladys in Weapons. We just can't forget about her. For the Best Supporting Actor category, it will also be a tight race. There's Stellan Skarsgård for sentimental value as a father trying to reconnect with his family.
We can't really talk.
But my pick to win is ACTOR Awards winner Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. Like Javier Bardem's Oscar-winning role as Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men, I walked out of the theater remembering Penn's villainous Colonel Stephen J. Lovejoy. And so for Best Director, One Battle After Another's Paul Thomas Anderson deserves to win. Nominated 4 times in this category, this will finally give him the gold.
Are you running from us?
For Best Picture, my heart goes out to Sinners. Ryan Coogler's masterpiece achieves one of those rare accomplishments. A smart, blockbuster movie that made money and made people think and feel.
Don't stop.
But it is One Battle After Another's year, having won most of the prizes this awards season, including the Producers Guild Trophy. It's an entertaining, high-octane spectacle with profound political urgency. We'll know on Oscar night, March 15th, if my predictions are accurate. I'm Manny the Movie Guy for NBC Palm Springs.
All right, finally tonight, a special look at Buster, a sweet, gentle dog who really needs a foster home tonight. His current caregiver can't keep him, and if he goes back to the shelter, we all know what could happen. So if you or someone you know can open your home for Buster, please reach out to our email. That's news@NBCPalmSprings.com. Please help him get a second chance. He's ready to be part of a loving family. That is one cute dog right there.
And if somebody adopts Buster, please reach out to me. I will walk him on my days off and I'll take you out to lunch. So let's save Buster's life. Somebody rescue Buster and reach out to Pablo Alcina and I will treat you out to lunch and I will walk Buster for you on the weekends when I'm in town.
That's a triple threat.
That's the offer. Please, somebody save Buster. I can't do it because I don't have a big house here. Buster needs a home.
All right, we are out of time tonight. We'll be back tomorrow.